It's finale day, folks. It is Friday. It is a Just Declare challenge with the robots. We're playing match points, and we are stuck in 2 hearts on this last board. Interesting. The auction. How did this go? Well, I guess South opened a club. North bet a heart and South only raised to 2 hearts. Is that possible? No. Okay, good. North did open a no trump with this hand, which is right. They didn't do this with a different 5-4 hand for some reason, but they did it with this one. And then it went transfer to hearts and pass. You can't blame them. I like this auction from both sides. I think it's a 10 out of 10 for the robots. Good job. All right, very nice. They put us in a 2-heart contract. We might take a whole bunch of tricks, but that's fine. Right? We're really not going to be bidding too much more with either of these hands if we start this way. And here we're just going to play low, right? Never play the honor from dummy when you have the same honor in your hand, right? You have this equivalent honor that's going to produce this card if it's right. When this card gets played, you've created a spade trick. If that card didn't get played, you would win the queen, and then the king would be vulnerable in the future, which is probably the better line for these people here. Oh, look at this one. We're going to have to do a little extra work on this, folks. Check it out. We have a diamond loser now. We were hoping they didn't lead a diamond. And at this moment, the only losers I have are hearts and diamonds, right? I probably have some club losers, but those look like they might be able to be roughed out. So I need to discuss, is there a way to get rid of a diamond loser? And there is, right? On the king of spades. But this is a twofold problem. How the heck do we get there to do this? Well, we're going to have to rough a club. So I'm going to go for the gusto here. I'm going to win the ace of diamonds. I'm going to unblock spades. Hope this survives. Good. Now I'm going to cash the ace king of clubs. Notice I can't play a heart because they have a winner in that suit. So they're going to be able to interrupt the process that I'm trying to get through. I'm going to rough as high as I can, the 9 there. Wow, the clubs broke. Amazing. So now I get to cash the king of spades and pitch a diamond. If lefty's roughing, I'm okay. Right? That's a loser on a loser play. If they're not roughing, though, I've gained a trick, and now I get to draw trump, right? So I couldn't draw trump right away because they had an entry in the trump suit, and they could now cash a diamond. So we have to draw trump first. Now the hand is over. The clubs are good, so I'm going to draw trump this way. Low to the jack. Now I don't even have to draw any more trump. I can rough a spade, and the clubs are good. Or I can just rough a spade and dummy has hearts. So we have like 8 tricks and only 3 cards. So plus 200. Okay. That's the best we can do, right, folks? We lost 2 tricks. We can't do any better than that on this auction. So here, I see the auction just pops up right away for us there. So we can see we opened a no trump. Our partner did what? What is happening here? Okay, so they have a weird auction. First things first, I would game force with the north hand, but the way I would do that, folks, is I would transfer to spades and then bid hearts naturally. That's how you show a 5-5 hand. This is like a 3 out of 10 for me for the robots. I hate everything about this. The 2 no trump is a super accept, but I have to say the robots do a reasonable job of this. This is a heck of a good description of their super accept. They play this 2 no trump shows a flat 17, so maximum with 4-card heart support and flat. 3 diamonds was what? 3 diamonds was retransfer. Very good. So 3 diamonds just kind of sets the trump suit as the South player, right? It transfers the ownership of the hand back to South. They're no trump opener. So they have a good agreement here, and then they bid 4 hearts. So I give it a 4 out of 10 because it's so wrong. In my opinion, I would gain force, meaning I would transfer to spades and then bid hearts. That's how you show 5-5. So I give it a 4 out of 10. However, the robots agreement structure, I give like a 10 out of 10 because they were pretty straightforward on this hand. They got to show exactly what they have as the South player. And, of course, the North player made a reasonable decision to get to game here. Looks like they're going to start with an attempted spade rough, which is not great for us. Maybe not, though. There we go. No more club loser. Now it's interesting. We might be able to get rid of a spade loser on a little end play here if possible. I'm going to draw however many rounds of trump we need to draw. Hopefully only 2. All right, maybe 3. That's fine. And now I am going to play a diamond. Let's see what happens here. All right, there's a club. Now we're just in kind of a weird spot here. We're going to have to play spades eventually. And the question will be, like, what's the deal in this suit? And it looks like righty just had a doubleton, right? We have to lose the spade. There's nothing I can do, right? I can't set up that club. That's not good. And I certainly can't really engineer any sort of slough in a rough situation because it can always just exit a diamond, unfortunately. So here, plus 620. We'll take it. Let's see how the results were. I think, what did I say? Boards 3 and 7 are terrible. There it is. Wow. Amazing. We chopped everything. We chopped absolutely everything. I already knew this was the board that I recorded without the actual action. I knew this was a 0, right? I took one less trick than I should have on this board, and that was just insanity. And this one we saw, I just took a weird line here and just went down a lot. Let's see how the robot made that one, though. Four spades did make 4 at their table. So the robot played it. They took 10 tricks. I took 6. So the robot played it 4 tricks better than I did. That's usually bad for business, folks. So let me jump in and let's see if I can jump over on the results screen and get that one for us. All right, there it is. Here's the robots table at 4 spades, and let's see how they challenge this. Queen of hearts, same lead we had there. 7 of spades back, and then spade back, right? So they won it in their hand with the 10. They now roughed a diamond, pretty reasonable. They played a club back to their ace. They roughed a diamond. That's the simplest line. This is just normal bridge here. Your host here is just dumb, essentially, on this board. Right, so at this point, they can basically just do anything, right? They've gotten rid of 2 of their losers. So what are they supposed to lose at the end? Well, it looks like at this moment they are supposed to lose 2 diamonds. But take a look, folks. The club suit's dividing evenly. So the robot's getting a little bit lucky on this line, but that's how they played it. This is the right way to do it. They roughed in the shorthand. They roughed twice in that hand, roughed 2 diamonds. And now, if they just play clubs, they'll be able to pitch away one of those diamond losers, and West really can't do much about that other than maybe rough with one of those cards, but really, just count your winners from this point. We had 4 in the tank already. What do we have left? There's 5 and 6. 7 is the jack of hearts. And then 8, 9, 10 are 3 clubs. So really, from this point, the robot just needed to draw trump, which they did pretty quickly after the ace of clubs, and then just get to dummy and take their winners, right? So I think, this line was pretty obvious to me after about 2 tricks into the wrong line I took, which is bridge, by the way. This is just you're doing something. You see a line of play that might be successful, and then you're 2 tricks into it, and you realize, oh my God, this is just absolutely terrible. I'm playing for down 1, which is the point I get to on this one. And if I go down 1, it's no better than what I just got. So that's the lucky thing about this. The way I played it was terrible, but going down 1 would have produced the same result. But honestly, these are really, really good ways to practice your declare play, because look at this result stream, folks. These hands were played. We played some of these hands pretty well. We had to actually do a lot of stuff to take the tricks we did, as we saw throughout this, and we're playing for an average each time, right? Because these plays are automatic for the robots, even though they take a little bit more time for us. So pretty frustrating, but a great set, honestly. I'm happy the way this went, and the way these go. This is the robots' town, right? This is where they crush things, because we gain nothing in the auction, and that's some of, I would say, if the robot has a huge leak, it's obviously their lead choices on defense and the fact that they don't really have any structure there, but their declare play is pretty much amazing, right? They just do not make too many mistakes, and when they do, they're usually based on just the flawed understanding of the auction that we had something to do with, right? So when you play them in these rounds where they've made the bids themselves, they're real good, right? So get your practice with this. These are free to play, and I love this as just practicing declare play straight up, and play well. You're going to need to do well against these robots. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will be back with a more normal challenge next week. I think we'll get back to a non-best hand variety. We haven't done that in a while. Get to some realistic bridge decisions, and again, these tournaments, the just declare ones, get in there and practice your chops. It's really great, and go back the way I'm doing. The best way to learn is to make your decisions and then go back and see what you could have done differently. Board 7. Board 7 and board 3, I'm just going to throw away as just stupidity on steroids, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. The rest of the boards, I feel like we did some good stuff in, and we actually saw some pretty interesting stuffs in the auction, especially this board right here. I really love this one. That is our weak return to 2 hearts, right? Get this in your bidding system, right? With your terrible 3-card raises, go through a no trump, and then bail out in the 2 level of your major, and you found your nice spot that's a little bit preemptive in nature. So cool stuff, folks. I'll see you next week for another challenge, and I'll see you at bridgelesson.com for all these courses that we have going on. Card play decisions and the bridge quiz, all live. 3 courses this week, 3 next week, or 3 in 2 weeks, and every Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. for the bridge quiz. So I'll see you either right back here or at bridgelesson.com for all that fun stuff. And also, folks, do not forget the YouTube duplicate is Fridays at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this today and you want to play bridge live on Bridge Base with a partner or with a robot, join me for the YouTube duplicate. I'll leave a link in the description for you for that game. All right, folks, thanks so much. I'll see you then.